the University of Cincinnati had already had Ethics I evaluated on a juvenile and probation level as it was. Ethics I in that capacity meant effective practices in preventing incarceration, Ethics I. And they would add an S on it for supervision if probation and parole. So Dr. Latessa came to me and he said, the shit's not rocket science. I've been saying this for years. It's not rocket science, and everybody's in the lab trying to find the perfect thing. He said, what if we took Ethics I and trained the community, meaning family members, faith-based mentors. So I was like, okay, but I hate to ask this because what is Ethics I? So he took me to California to a jail where they're doing it at. And Ethics I is just simply somebody in the community. So everybody knows you have to do evidence-based inside jails, right? Mm-hmm. Cognitive behavior, whatever, to get the mindset to change, to rethink how you respond. Well, I always call jail dress rehearsal. It's showtime when you get out. Yeah. It's just like an actor. But there was never no directors or anybody to enforce what the behaviors had been learned in prison in the community. So guys would get home, and what's the first thing their girlfriends or their mothers doing? When you get a damn job, you've been laying around a whole week going, not understanding the mindset and the fear that sets in when we already locked in. So we're training family members to even respond different, to understand what's going on. So that when that person gets home, pressure is not on them to go hit the block again.
They were doing this at the jail?
No, this is what we're doing. This is our demonstration we told to go. In the community, we're training community members. So I go into the prison and I say, hey, I'm doing this research project. Who wants to be a part of it? There's no benefit to you, nothing. It's just helping us train your support group to be more of a support once you come back. It could be your pastor, it could be a significant other, it could be a parent, it could be anybody. And what I always say, who do you call when you go to jail? Who the first person you call? My mom. I need you to be your mom. I'm serious. Because who do we call off of instinct? The most supportive person in our life.
And you guys are then taking whoever those contacts are and going directly to them.
Yeah. So when we come back from prison, they've given me the contact. We call. And I'll call the mother. I say, hey, I was able to see your son today in prison. Right. We're actually doing a research project where we're training the community on how to respond so you learn what they learned in prison to be able to support them in a better capacity. Yeah. And they be like, I'm in. Mm-hmm. So literally I have training. I have buses go pick up those who lack transportation. But what I do to the family, here's the key. So we have drug dealers in jail whose baby mother is out here struggling. She's used to that money. She can't wait for him to come back home and get in the game. I take my case manager in with her. I need you to hook her up to all the resources that remove all those problems that she will put the pressure on him.
Yes.
Most definitely. My case manager go into the home, and if she need daycare, she need this, and we connect and we fast track them through the system of everything. We call daycare. I can get you daycare vouchers in 24 hours. She needs job training. I can get her in Head Start. We get her started on a whole nother path so that the path is not expected when he comes home. So then we start training them and giving them information. So we do coaching with them. So we'll coach with her. I'll give her a paper. I say, next time you're on the phone with him and he starts blaming or whatever, start using your skills. And then here's a journal. Write about it. Tell me what the situation was about. Then we coach her. But then my coaches go into the prison on a visit and coach them through issues. Because when the arguments happen, they respond differently.
Together or separately?
Together. So they'll be in a visit together. And she'll say, we need to really coach on this because this is where we always break down. He go get high or he hang with his friends. So he's already agreed to be a part of this. So he's already getting his training in prison because it happens. It's federal law. They have to have treatment or whatever. We go to the visit and we'll sit there. We won't stay their whole visit. We just say we do 4 coaching sessions to get them comfortable. And we actually work with her. And I'm going to tell y'all. We found out it's her that need more work.
Yes.
But that's okay.
Because that's where the
is to help her, help him. But she need because
that's where the pressure comes from.
Yes,
Lord, yes.
And we end up helping her and educating her on a whole nother level. Mothers who are used to their sons being the breadwinner with the dope money, we educate them on a whole nother level. If it's a mother whose son was in the game, and he just happened to go to prison and he didn't commit a murder, I put her in a room with other mothers who had to bury their son or whose son serving a life sentence. You don't know what side of the game you're gonna be in. So you get her attention that way. But the project, so how we leveraged it, that's what we told the federal government we were gonna do. But I had $750,000. My local jail didn't have any program. It was truly human warehouse.
Yeah.
Department of Corrections had it, River City, our community corrections, but we had a jail built with a sheriff before all of this even came about. It's not even built to hold programming. We don't have any educational space. We don't have anything. It's truly human warehousing. So we said, we're gonna implement evidence-based programming at our local jail. How do we leverage? So I needed, this is $1 million grant, I needed 25% match. I ain't have 25% match, counties are strapped. So since I was leveraging training correctional officers in core correctional practice, an evidence-based that every jail should have, and a lot of them do, we asked the major and the new sheriff, we happen to have a new sheriff, and I said, if I can bring training in here, would you make it a core practice of your correctional institute academy of new sheriffs coming in? And he said, let's do it. So we took a pie. So we worked with all 3 prisons. So the guys that I'm putting in this program, demonstration, we screen them at the front part of the jail. But we started training correctional officers. So what happens in a jail? People are monitored 3 shifts, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. I was able to take those sheriff salaries at 100% and leverage my $1 million grant, and no money ever changed hands.
Just don't get it.
Yeah.
So when you leverage, so you have to leverage.
How did you get
you
access
included
to
their program.
salaries though?
I don't need their money. I just need
Yeah.
their payroll report.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That's the leverage.
So because you were training them, it was $250,000 worth
No,
of leverage.
no.
Yeah.
I created a pie because we were training this for this project, and our jail had no programming. I had to train her officers, right? And I created a pie. We got 4 pods up there, but only 1 pod is mine, a reentry pod, right? But that pod has to be monitored 24 hours a day,
Yep.
7
That's how
days a
much
week,
money was
365
So
days.
all those
hard.
salaries,
I get
all
it.
those
I
salaries
get
are
it.
now
Thank
part of that.
Those are their
That's the
salaries.
matching fund.
So and I'm not lying because those guards
Yeah.
are monitoring that pod.
Yep.
They're monitoring other ones, but they're monitoring that pod.
So it's almost a therapeutic community almost.
Huh?
It's almost a therapeutic community?
It's almost a therapeutic community.
Because the COs are in on
So
it.
we're
Because the
Yes,
COs have been
because you
trained
trained
and
them.
they're in there.
And they're trained in this EPIC system?
No, they're trained in core correctional practice. That's it.
And that's an evidence-based program that somebody can...
For officers on how to, all it does is teach officers how to respect offenders.
right. Yeah.
That's all it is.
And who does this training? NIC?
University of Cincinnati.
Okay.
University Criminal Justice Institute.
But across the,
And what
across
we
the country,
did,
who
we
does
had the sheriff. So those officers that I initially trained, I trained them as train the trainer. So we gave them incentive. They didn't get no more money.
Right.
They was mad about the training at first, but now they became the trainers of the trainer for new COs coming into the jail. It became a part of core correctional practice.
So now,
Training
They would
that
like it.
You see
Well,
created,
you don't
or
know
they
the
have to
COs.
adopt
Yeah.
DOJ or.
No, it was
No,
part of
but
DOJ,
using
but
the
UC
COs. We
created
know
it
that.
and had it proved as evidence
So they can
based,
flow back through.
so
So-
they can flow it back through the system. It's all in California jail.
so where is it?
Say, what jail did you go to?
So-
It was one prison. It's in LA.
Oh God, you couldn't have been in LA and seen anything positive. That is the
Yeah.
worst system
It-
ever. That is the
We
most
were
abusive
working
to-
with their
We
community,
just got
their
the
commissioner.
sheriff fired because.
No,
of
not
how
sheriff.
abusive.
I'm talking about prison.
Oh, you're talking about
This is the prison
State.
system. We're working with the Department of Corrections totally.
well, they have
Is,
to hatch
is it LA? It's in that area.
Is it in the desert?
I'm gonna tell you right now.
I'm like,
So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna tell
Well,
you
you
right
have to
now.
remember, we have 38 fucking
Right,
prisons in
I
our
know,
state,
but we have-
so, you know.
Is that all?
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we were able to leverage
And
that
building
money.
one.
We were able to leverage that. And I'm saying that because a lot of times you'll
Hold
try
on,
to-
y'all, hold on. We're taping. Go ahead.
Oh. So a lot of times you'll try to leverage money. So you know, okay, I don't want salaries in there. So my salary, what I did, I leveraged 15% of my time to that grant. I assigned a case manager to it. Now remember I told you my funding comes out of the levy for my staff. I got my staff paid for it. So I don't ever have to worry about it. So now I was able to leverage all those security guards' salary. I gave 15% of my time to the grant in kind. But then I committed a reentry coordinator 100% to the pod and the program. She's working with the families. She's working with those 16 guys inside the local jail. My other 2 case managers are committed 10% because they're the ones who go to the prison to recruit the guys. University, since they're the trainers, the coaches and things come on their side in their package deal of the grant that I'm giving in. So what happened was this federal grant, $1 million, none of it went to salary. It was all programming.
Okay.
But I pay my research partner $400,000. It don't matter. In my grant, as the applicant, that's what I'm consulting out. That's programming. They're doing programming. So my grant, when it went through the federal government, when they said how much of this grant's gonna pay for salary, they were able to put a big ass 0. Because that was the salary part. Now UC is paying salaries, but I'm the applicant. They're my consultant. What they do with the grant, they have to give a budget, but as far as me being the applicant, they're my consultant. So I always tell people, do a consultant.
Yeah.
Don't, and most people will do a grant and they will put UC salaries all in the salary part. They're your consultant. Those are the biggest mistakes in grant.
So don't call them a salary, call them consultant fees.
No.
What are you saying?
I partner with UC.
Yeah.
They're my research partner. They're my consultant. I'm signing a contract with them to provide this research entity and training.
And they're getting paid, right?
Yeah, I paid them $400,000 to do it.
Consulting fee.
That's a consultant to me. That's what they are in my grant application. They're not salary.
They're not
The
a
salary is me because I'm the applicant.
Yeah.
And most people mix their grants up and they'll say we're all different agencies and this is what we're gonna pay each person. Who's the lead applicant? Those are the only salaries that should be focused in there. Everybody else is a consultant.
So your
So-
salary's still in there though.
But it's an in kind. I'm not
It's in
asking
kind.
for money.
Yeah.
I'm saying I'm giving 15% of my time based at this rate of what the commissioners are paying me. And I have to show it. So I just print off 15% of my time and this is what I charge to get my amount that I said I was going to leverage. Because you have to show them every quarter how you're leveraging and spending your leverage dollars.
And I know you work for a county agency and you're talking like way up here to the most small nonprofit.